This is Phoenix, and I'm going to continue my discussion on In Defense of the Mind, which is my newly released philosophical treatise. I want to hit on three specific elements of the mind that we often take for granted. This would be intuition, subjectivity, and rationality, or reason, or reason. And I'm going to basically just tease kind of how I talk about these elements, the broader implication being that these are elements that we need to consider when thinking about our minds, thinking about the kinds of choices we make, and therefore applying dualistic existentialism. So first off, we have subjectivity. And one of the great claims in favor of subjectivity and the nature of subjectivity and appreciating subjectivity is a statement, an idea, as defined by Kierkegaard, the Christian existentialist philosopher. He basically says that subjectivity is truth. This is a pretty powerful notion because in our modern empirical tradition, with our emphasis on science and reductionism, we tend to think that objectivity is truth. And so for Kierkegaard, this statement pretty much flies in the face of the idea of objectivity in science as being the source for truth, because he's basically saying that our subjective states of being, our subjective minds, our subjectivity is where we get truth and is where the truth exists. So just something to keep in mind. Then there is also intuition, and essentially what I could say about intuition is basically that indeed it's something that we take for granted. It is a very beautiful way of thinking about things. Intuition flies in the face of my own idea of dualistic existentialism, because dualistic existentialism promotes and pushes metacognition, or thinking about your own thought processes, and the like. But I think that intuition can still be compatible with being fully responsible and knowledgeable of all of your thoughts. And this is because intuition is also a tool that we have. Dualistic existentialism is not definitive for reason. It is not a definitive theory of mind for reason, and that reason is because it doesn't want to limit the other tools that we have at our disposal. And so that tool would of course be intuition, and the ability to understand things without fully knowing why. The last thing would be reason and rationality. And I think that we tend to take this for granted, or we exaggerate it and overuse it. And I disagree with both ideas and both methods and both approaches. But I do think that reason has its place. I think this is put very succinctly. This is because we need reason in order to think about our thoughts. We need reason in order to think about why we are doing what we are doing. We need reason to be able to come up with reasons, and that is why reason is important. My treatise is out, which is very exciting, and I go in depth in the book about these many issues, and I hope you found this interesting, and I hope that it piqued your interest. Again, this is Phoenix, and thank you.